Hi guys. Um, as many of you might know at this point, my name is Liya. I'm the owner of the Healing Light Wellness Center, and I decided to record a mini class um, about the Energy Enhancement System and to go a little bit more into the mechanics of the system and to just give you just more information um, and more precision on how everything works. And so I'm gonna try and make this very fast, but to the point, and yeah, so do the best I can. So as you can see, this right here is the Energy Enhancement System. I have 4 of these towers, and they're in each corner of the room, standing precisely. They are precisely aligned for the purpose of creating an electromagnetic field of energy. There's 2 things that this technology uses. There's the scalar waves aspect, and then there's the light aspect. So the scalar waves is basically behind this tower is black box. Each screen is supported by black box, and the black box is what creates the scalar waves. And the monitors is what's responsible for the light. And so the energy field, that torsion field of energy, is created from the scalar aspect, which is scalar travels quicker than the speed of light. It goes beyond space and time. And so the scalar is what creates this explosion and creates this electromagnetic field of energy that is in this room. And the light aspect is responsible for a collision of light particles that creates a charge in this room that charges our cells. The main function of this technology is charging the cells. It's a cellular charge. Every cell has its own battery. Okay, the battery is mitochondria. That's the name of the battery of the cell. It activates the mitochondria, which raises then the cell to 70 from 70 to 90 millivolts, which is the most optimal battery charge you can possibly have. Anything below 20 millivolts is considered to be a toxic environment for the body. So I will touch on that in just a moment. But cellular health is the most important. It's extremely important, very, very important. If our cells are dying and they're not, regenerating, we have a lot of problems that happen with the body. There's a lot of illnesses, there's a lot of diseases, there's just so much that happens to the body when the body becomes this toxic. So this room that I'm in, where the technology is at, this room holds the energy field of 70 to 90 millivolts. It is extremely, extremely, extremely hyper healthy environment. This technology doesn't heal you. It's not a medical device. It doesn't heal you. This technology creates an environment, which I will go into as well, an environment that creates the most optimal, hyper healthy environment for your body, for your cells. Okay? So when your cells get fully charged optimally, they have now the ability to discharge the toxins out of the cell. So this technology detoxifies your body on cellular level. Okay? This is the most optimal detox session you will ever get, and the most pleasant. because all you have to do is you have to come here and relax and just allow yourself to experience. And I'll go into that as well. But basically, anybody can be here. Anybody, from a baby to a pet. Anybody with a body can be in this room. Children and pets are easiest because they don't have a mind that blocks them. The mind is where the resistance comes from. The mind is what, you know, prevents you from stepping into that, allowing yourself to really experience this, this next level that you precisely might not believe in, right? So it's very important to stay open-minded and to allow this to work with you and not in resistance from you. So kids don't create resistance, animals don't create resistance. We do. Adults of certain age, certain belief systems, you know, so many people don't believe in this and don't believe in that, and the belief systems are so hardwired into us that it prevents us from experiencing what potentially can be. So it's extremely important to have an open mind, to have an open heart, and to just get out of your own way. The mind, the ego, it wants to control the outcome, it wants to control everything, it wants to know how, but this is where you come in, and you have to surrender, you have to trust the process that you are getting indeed what you want. Intention is very, you know, it's recommended to have an intention, because you drive the focus to what you want to get out of the session. This is a spiritual science. This is a spiritual technology, because it's using the quantum, quantum is considered to be spiritual side of things, and it's using the physical, which is the light aspect. So we're bridging the physical and non-physical together and creating this, you know, spectrum of whole entire health. So we're bridging physical and non-physical, light and scalar, and so we're you know, bringing this together. But in order to really experience this in the most easy, effortless kind of way, you have to believe. You have to believe that when you're coming here, you are gonna experience the best and the most, and what you want, you know. But like I said, the mind is the biggest block. So coming back to what I was talking about, anybody can be here. Anybody with anything and everything can be in this room. It doesn't matter. It does not discriminate. Literally, the benefits are endless. The benefits are what you want. Literally, what you want. You can create out of this what you want. You can design it however you want it. You use your intention and you allow yourself to experience this without being in the way of your own experience. And so what happens is, when you come to a session, you you know, set the intention. If you're dealing with ailments, if you're dealing with certain health issues, then you focus on the most important to you at the moment. You don't want to kind of have too many intentions, because you might experience a lot more detox symptoms afterwards. But you kind of want to, you know, focus on one thing at a time. And so you come in, you set your intention. You don't have to have an intention if you necessarily don't have any intention. You just want to feel relaxed and recharged. You can essentially do whatever you want. But if you do have something you want to work on, I highly recommend to use an intention. It is important because you are focusing, and you're you know, driving the energy to specific focus in your experience. So you come in, you relax, you recline, you close your eyes, you keep your energy internalized, and you give it 2 hours minimum. Minimum 2 hours is highly recommended for transformation. Based on all the research that they've done over the years, 2 hours is where it's at, minimum, okay? It takes time for the body to synchronize with the technology and for your body and mind to relax. Your nervous system gets regulated in this room really fast. That's how you become relaxed, through this balance. And so once that happens, the mind naturally wants to go to sleep, or maybe whatever deep state, as long as you're, if you go into theta wave, that's when the body starts to become receptive to the healing, okay? And that's in that state you're accessing the quantum. And I like to express it in a way where you manifest in that state, okay? And that's when the mind is no longer in the way. It doesn't think, it doesn't have anything on you. It just completely goes away, and you become just receptive to your own process. But it is important to have an open mind, and to have faith, and to become and to really be you gotta understand that health is a journey. It's a journey. Nothing happens overnight, although some things can happen overnight, but in general everything is a process, and you need to be patient. You need to be patient with that process, and you need to be committed to the process, because health, focus of your health should be your number one priority. Number one. Because if you don't have your health, well, there's no quality of life, or any life whatsoever. So this is where you get that back. This technology gives that back to you. It gives you back yourself. It brings you back into balance. It brings you back into coherence. It brings you back into your natural state of health, into your natural design, which is health. You are meant to be healthy. You're not meant to be unhealthy, okay? We become unhealthy through our own creation, how we eat, how we sleep or not sleep, how we exercise or not. Whatever your lifestyle is, over time, you create your own results, okay? But here in this room, you recreate all that. You bring yourself back to yourself in a natural way. And so it is very important to stay positive and to be patient. Patience is very important. I've seen people that are very open-minded and understand this. Their journey moves along very fast and very smooth, because there's no resistance. They're just receiving, just like children, just like pets. They receive. There's no resistance. But if you're gonna come here with a certain mindset, not so positive, you're gonna get there a lot slower. And that's just energetics. That's energetics. That's it. Your energy, your vibration, your frequency, everything in this reality is based on frequency, vibration, and energy. So it is extremely important to be to use this to allow your mind to work for you, and not you work for your mind. It is very important to get out of your own way, okay? And that's when you start expanding. That's when you start the information will be absorbed by you a lot more. How do I say this? You'll be able to understand this in a much easier way, basically. So I want to emphasize on the importance of being open-minded, patient, faithful, and allow it, okay? Very important. So That's okay. After your session, you are gonna feel some discomfort. Possibly, you might not, because you are detoxing on a cellular level. So you're very important to when you go home after every session is to support your detox process. We sell detox mixtures that you would put in your bath, or you would do your foot soak, whichever way you want to go. It doesn't matter. For 30 minutes after your sessions, you would do that. You would help and extract the toxins out of your body through the mixture that we give you. And you just lay or sit in the water, warm water to hot water, for 30 minutes, and you help to extract the toxins out of the body in a very efficient way. So, like I said, anybody with anything and everything can be in this room. It doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. If people have certain, if they've had surgeries, if they have certain stents or whatever other things in their body that is not theirs, they're absolutely okay to be here. There's no interference with any of it whatsoever. Nothing is interfering with anything. We do offer sleep sessions. Sleep sessions are extremely powerful because you get to sleep in the system naturally. When you sleep, you're in sleep, you're healed, you regenerate as it is, but then you're adding this aspect to your sleep, and you're just getting, it's like sleeping on steroids. I mean, it's the outcomes from this are just so powerful, because right away you're putting in 10 hours of time into the system. It's extremely powerful, and the benefits are, well, they're endless. It's whatever you want it to be, really. You know, all across the board, people feel much happier, much more balanced, much more calmer. The sleep regulates itself. Your nervous system regulates. You become more less anxious. Your whatever physical things you're dealing with, you resolve on that level. It works on all the levels of the body, on the physical level, emotional level. It works on a spiritual level, energy level, mental level. All the levels of the body are affected in this technology. Just mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. What I want to talk about is a couple of things. Environment, we've talked about. This is the most hyper healthy environment. Okay, it's 70 to 90 millivolts of charge in this room. We have our own energy field, and this technology creates its own energy field. It's bioresonant to us, so we sync and we take on this hyper healthy environment. So we are in the most efficient environment. Now, if you go somewhere else and your body syncs to a different environment, because every single environment, person, food, whatever, has their own energy field, you take that on. So if you're not in a good environment, in a toxic environment, you're gonna take that on and you're gonna experience that. If you're in a hyper healthy environment, you're gonna experience health. Okay, so environment is extremely important all across the board. Okay, energy cannot be destroyed or created. We're energy, we're frequency, we're vibration. I mentioned that before, but the law of conservation is the energy cannot be destroyed or created. It's infinite. Okay, just very important thing to understand. Now, 3, 4, and 5 is they're interconnected because there are 3 different engines, essentially achieving the same goal. Cellular charge. If you focus on one of the 3, cellular charge, pH, or oxygen levels, if you focus on, say, cellular charge and charging the cells only, automatically your pH and your oxygen levels go up. Okay, if you choose to focus only on your pH levels, then your cellular charge and your oxygen levels go up. If you choose to only focus on oxygen levels, then these 2 automatically go up. So they are interconnected, but whichever one you focus on, you elevate the others. In this, the primary function of the energy enhancement system is charging the cells. So automatically, your pH levels and your oxygen levels go up. Okay, so that was an important thing to understand as well. Now, scalar waves and photons is what the system is made of. Scalar waves, like I said before, is it goes beyond space and time. It travels faster than the speed of light. This is the spectrum right here. So from here to here is our reality. Light travels 186,000 miles per second. Okay, it just gets to this. This right here is our limited perception. This is where we stop. Okay, from here to here is where the scalar travels. This is the quantum. Quantum is, we don't know what the hell it is. It's beyond space and time. It's everywhere. Anything and everything at the same time happens simultaneously. Okay, this is where you can call it the spiritual world, beyond space and time. Now it's important. It's very important to bridge these together, because this is what creates the whole spectrum of health. Okay. So by having scalar and by having the light, we're bridging that together for the purpose of healing ourselves. The biophotons, which is the light aspect, okay, which is, you see the screens that are running. Oh, sorry, the screens that are running right here. They are responsible for 4 things, okay? Number 1 is they're responsible for, they create Schumann resonance. Schumann resonance is, it's the heartbeat of the earth. It's the energy that is coating the earth, and it grounds the body. Grounds the body, and it vibrates at 7.83 hertz. Number 2 is the Fibonacci sequence. The programs run on Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci sequence is it's a component of numbers. It's a pattern of numbers that is added to. It's responsible for how cells multiply. How cells multiply. It's a golden ratio. It's how everything is. It's the order of all things and how they develop, how they grow, how they evolve. It's the code of creation. So every single monitor is programmed in its own. It has its own coding, and it works. It works. Some screens go faster, some screens go slower. Everything has its own code, but essentially it's working in that Fibonacci sequence pattern. So third one is collision of light. Collision of light is what creates the charge inside this room, just like scalar waves come and meet in the middle of the room and create this explosion to create the electromagnetic field of energy. Light does the same thing for the purpose of creating that charge. The charge that happens in the middle of the room that creates 70 to 90 millivolts. And that's what charges our cells. And then the last one is the color aspect. Color aspect is, now it uses the spectrum. It's a rainbow spectrum, so 7 colors of the rainbow. And 7 colors of the rainbow, they basically, every color has its own frequency vibration wavelength. So the red starts at 360, orange goes higher, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and it ends at 720. And so every single color carries its own frequency. And I'm sure you guys have seen the chakra system, which is the energy centers of the body, and they go in the same color pattern: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Every single color it matches to different parts of the body. So the red, the root chakra, is responsible for the lower part of your body. The sacral chakra, orange one, is responsible for your reproductive system. The yellow part of the body, the yellow center, is responsible for your digestion, your colon. Your heart is responsible, that was weird. The green one is responsible for your heart, for your pulmonary system. The blue one is responsible for your throat, your endocrine system, and also your shoulders and whatever issues you might have, with your neck and stuff like that. The indigo is responsible for your vision or the clarity of the mind, and so on and on. So there's different, it's responsible for different, it matches, the color travels and matches the frequency of the areas that needs to be worked on. Okay, so that's where the color therapy is, it's very important. So I hope that makes sense, but in any case, that's kind of the breakdown of how this system works and how it works with the body. And so yeah, I think that's it. I think I've covered everything, but in any case, being open-minded and just think beyond the body, think beyond just the physical. We are so much more than that. We are consciousness, we are spirit. We're here to experience this reality in the body. The body, yes, the body has limitations, but we are so much more than that, and we are unlimited. So the power of faith, the power of belief is what's going to take you and what's going to drive your the success of your health journey. I cannot stress that enough. It's very, very important. So yeah, I think that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and come and try it out. Okay, thank you.